Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss changes in bourbon taste for the winter. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Von Nieters and Kathy Poole.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, so no Demetrius Kane. He was supposed to be on these shows, but he's apparently having some sort of surprise soft opening. It's good. The surprise is there's going to be nobody there but him because he hasn't told anyone. But then it'll be fun to see because maybe he's told everyone. You know, we're like the only ones who don't know. He was like, don't tell those guys. And then he let it slip out. We did that Thanksgiving event. Maybe he let it slip out. And now he's like, shit, now some of them are going to be there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to it tomorrow now, but I have no idea what's happening. So we will see what happens. He's probably got to be careful. I'll tell you what, he does have stalkers. We had that event at there's like four people that just like wherever Demetrius is at, it's just like you see like the kids' soccer games when they're little, the mass follows the ball. Wherever Demetrius goes, there's like these 4 dudes that follow. Tony wasn't there. He'd have been the 5th one.
That's the only one that I thought I knew.
Yeah, he's part of that group, but he happened to be on vacation. This only came about like a little bit over a week ago that we started putting together that Thanksgiving thing. So Tony had already had a trip to Italy planned. I'm sure he was depressed in Italy.
And didn't get to see Demetrius.
Didn't get to see Demetrius, no. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't invite Demetrius to Italy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Demetrius says, you know what? I need a break. I'm going to go. I'm just going to do it. Tony's like, I'll handle everything. And then they get there and it's just, of course, just one bed. It's like, well, my wife and I'll sleep on this half, Demetrius. You can sleep on this half. Yeah.
But Demetrius doesn't know how to not work. He'd probably like find some Italian farmer and be like, can I come milk your cows at 4:30 a.m.?
Right. Yeah. You just have to get to work. Yeah.
I don't think that dude can vacation.
Yeah. One time I let Royce Neely book the room. I was just like, all right, you handle it. So we get to the hotel. Of course, he doesn't go direct to, I hate people who have to go through these things because they think they can save $6 or something going through Expedia or whatever it is. I just book to the hotel. That's what I do. I book to the hotel, and because once you fuck it up on Expedia or whatever it is, they don't help you out. They don't care. So we get there, and we check in. Everything's going smooth. Look at the kid go. Maybe I've learned something. Maybe I've grown as an adult because I've learned something. We get into the room and there's one bed. And I said, well, dude, this isn't going to fucking work. And he's like, it ain't so bad. What if we did like pillows out? I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So we go down there and they're like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. You've booked it that way. And there's not a thing we can do for you. We're sold out. And I said, well, all right, then we're going to Target and I'm buying myself a blow up mattress. I'll sleep on the floor on a blow up mattress. And we get the stuff together. We start to head out, and the lady says, "Someone just canceled, and it was a 2-bedroom, so you guys can have that room." We're like,
She played with you. She
Oh,
had
of course.
the whole time.
Sure, she had it up her sleeve. She just wanted to see how it was going to play out. She's going to be like, these two are, they're acting like they don't want this to happen, but then they'll be like they're fine with it. So no, we didn't. We battled it out and ended up with a room with 2 beds, which was fine because then Roy slept in the shower all night anyway. So after he drinks,
Wouldn't matter.
I didn't realize it would have been fine to begin with. I didn't realize after he drinks, he likes to sleep with the shower running, and he likes hotels because it never runs out of hot water. So he just slept in the shower. My only problem was, so he's of course he's in there like all night and all that, and he finally gets up. I'm like, dude, I gotta take a shower before I go out. And I go in there. He didn't save one towel. Every towel is laid like a pallet or a pillow. It's all in there, And he's like, oh, I guess I'll have to go get you another towel. I'm like, okay, yeah. Never does. So I have to go find the towel. Well, other than that, it's fun staying with Royce, but we had some shenanigans. But yes, that's some Royce travel stories. Yeah.
Now you know all you need is one bed and a shower.
As long as the place has a shower, you're good. Yeah.
And extra towels. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Kathy, you said there's something you wanted to talk about. This was just bonus small talk.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to hear, this is, winter. Winter has some kind of extreme sports, skiing and whatnot. I want to hear the most extreme sport you've tried.
Okay. Not real exciting for me. I would say downhill skiing would be my best, and that's not. I would say someone who's really into like exciting and extreme sports, that's like nothing. But for me, at my size, I could pick up some momentum going down a hill. And that was enough for me. And it was a horrible experience. So not for me. I liked it, but I was there with the wife and the kid had altitude sickness. She was vomiting the whole time. And of course I paid for the fucking ski lift tickets. I'm just like, oh, you got to tough it out, vomiting in trash cans, vomiting on the side. I'm like, it's fine. This is normal. And then the wife falls down. And I didn't realize she couldn't get back up. She was just like a turtle, because she's all in winter clothes and the skis on, and she falls down. And I thought at one point I thought I saw her like getting up, and then so I started talking to some other people and then I turn around, and then she's back on her back like, and then she just started yelling at me, "We're never doing this again," and all this shit right in the middle of the fucking ski thing. We're never doing this again. I don't like that. So I never went skiing again, but I did it one time. So yeah. Santa Fe, by the way. It was Santa Fe.
Oh, the famous Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, Ski Santa Fe, I think is the name of the ski resort there. Yeah. That's where I did it. Yeah. That's some good times. Yeah.
I would say that's a decent one for up there on extreme sports. That's not bad. Sure. That's one of the first things I thought of.
Okay.
I just love how Gen Xer, their kid is sick, and you're just like, you're fine, tough it out.
Well, I paid it. That was like hundreds of dollars. It was like, I don't know, 150 a piece plus equipment and all this shit. That was like, all right, no. She's just like, I just want to go back to the hotel, go to the pool. I'm like, no, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Mom, my arm is broken. Put a soda can against it. You'll be fine.
You know what? There's plenty of snow out here. Pack it in your coat. It's going to be fine. It's all going to go down. Don't worry about trouble.
Yeah. So of course it's traumatic for her now, childhood. You'd hear, she'd be happy to tell you that story ever run into her. So I don't do, what was yours then, Evan?
I would say that, or I played ice hockey for a long time.
Ice hockey.
Yeah, that's that, and skiing is probably the two most extreme things I think I've ever played.
Okay.
And you have all your natural teeth.
Yeah.
Well,
I never played without a cage or anything. I never got past that point. High school was where I stopped.
Okay. So did you play with the Diesel? Did you play for Oakville?
Yeah, I played for
Oakville. What year was he versus you? I have no idea. He's a couple of years older than you, right? The guy from Oakville that won the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah, he's older.
He's not that much older than you, though, right?
I don't know. I know one of my cousins' husbands went to school with him. He said that he's not the best person.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Not the best person.
I think that he probably gave Von Nieters a head injury.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
And now Von Nieters refuses to remember who he is.
Von Nieters, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. I knew I went to school with Todd Newton, the guy who was trying to get prices right and stuff like that. I was looking up my town on Wikipedia the other day. I didn't realize there's a MMA fighter, a female that won a championship that I went to school with too. I thought I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. She played she was a stunt woman in a bunch of movies and stuff. That's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure she knew me. I'm sure she knew me, of course. Yeah, she probably. I wonder how Akeley's doing these days. But yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, McNew. How about you? Here's going to be a good one. Extreme sports for McNew.
Mine was also skiing, and it went about as well as you could expect it to. It was a first date, and he was like,
Yeah.
I love skiing. He's like, I want to take you skiing. I was like, I'm really not coordinated. I've never been.
Right.
And he was like, well, I can teach you. I taught my kids. I can teach you. And I'm like, you're athletic. Your kids are athletic. I didn't get those genes. My brother did. So I was like, this is not going to go well. It did not. It was just, I was so bad. And we didn't talk after that ever again.
Oh, yeah.
So I picture you on your back like a turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not so much that I would just kind of fall forward and like slide my ass
Sure.
down.
I wonder why you fell forward.
Not
I wonder what that gravitational pull was that was just pulling you forward.
Time.
I
I'm
have
like,
no
you
idea.
sleep me in the lodge with a drink. You can stay out there all damn day. I don't want to go back. It was
Yeah.
so bad.
Right. That's where I was, but I had to stay for the whole thing because I paid, for lessons. You start out with the lessons and then you do the,
No.
Kathy, how about you? Extreme. This isn't a good extreme sport group, I don't feel. But
No, I don't
Kathy's
think
got
it is, and that's why I thought it would be fun.
Also, Kathy's like, well, I did those batwing suits where you jump off cliffs. I guess that, if you call that extreme, I haven't done
No, in fact, I've never been skiing. The idea of flying down a hill on skis pretty much it sounds like head trauma. So I haven't done that, but I did something I would think equally as daring.
Okay.
There is a park in Florissant that once a year they, for $5, you go and you get an ice block and they let you sled down the hill on these ice blocks.
Oh.
And it sounds, like, you just sit on an ice block, but you got to get like a rug or a towel or something to put over it. And there's a lot of crashing. So ice block sledding.
That sounds
Sounds dangerous.
Also, like you have no control over it. Like that's just going to go where it wants to go down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's like
and then as the night goes on, people are like making ruts in the grass because you're just ripping the grass to shreds. So if you can get in those mud slides, then you really can get fast.
You don't want to do that. I know someone. I don't want to say who it is because I feel like I get in trouble if I said who this was. But I know someone who's skiing or sledding like that, and then flew off the thing, and then landed on like a small tree that had been cut down, and popped their rectum. Because
Oh my god!
They popped their rectum by crashing into, flying through the air, and then landing on this thing.
Wildly painful.
It's extreme.
I'm pretty sure they choose this hill area to do this because the city sponsors it.
Sure, they're like, we cut down the trees pretty short.
My
rectum.
There are no trees in this area.
Sure, because they've been cut down. I know it.
Shaved off at the rectum height.
Yeah. By the way, this person lives in Florissant too. By the way, so I don't know that it was on that hill you're talking about.
Probably not a lot of ice block sledding going on.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, on that note,
list of people being like, who else lives in Florissant? Because I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Who else lives in Florissant that I know? besides
I think I know.
Yeah, you might. Guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'll go first. I selected what I would call a winter selection here. I've got the Widow Jane Decadence. That's the one that is aged in the maple syrup barrel. So it's a preview of the show. Do you make different choices different times of the year? Yeah, I would. Maybe. We'll see. That could be foreshadowing. Swide on the set. Solid. Could be beaten, but I like my chances there. We'll see what happens. It wasn't explosive, but it was a controlled, solid effing there. Whatever an effing is. That was a good effing.
Offering.
Yep. It is. So, all right, Von Nieters, you're next.
I have a single barrel, 291 that I got at the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the Cool Pick.
The Cool Pick.
Signed by KK Cask Strength
Okay.
yourself.
That was so good. It sounded fake. There was a tinniness there that made it feel like he's
I heard that in person too. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild.
weird. I mean, I guess he's got the lead pending investigation. So, yeah.
What's funny is when he left the shop today, he said he was not going to pop any of the bottles that he bought.
And there he is.
I said I was going to open this one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he did.
We did have to fix the label because they failed to label it the cool.
The way we told him to. Yeah.
Right.
We just named it cool.
It's just cool.
No, it's
cool.
the Cool Pick.
Oh yeah, look at that. You can't even tell that's seamless.
No.
It is? I know.
Yeah, it is. And there's signage too. Yeah. KK Cast Strength. Okay.
Or KF if you look at it.
KF. All right. McNew, you're next.
Larson barrel proof. I'm going to open.
Okay. No, nothing there. Nothing going on that one. All right. KK Cast Strength. What do you got?
I also have a preview to the show. I'm going to open this 100% malted rye whiskey from Limestone.
Okay. Oh, that was really good.
And it didn't sound faked.
It didn't sound fake. You stuck the landing. I think Von Nieters wins, but again, it'll be pending investigation by Tim Swyatt because that sounded a little fake.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Get Swyatt on the scene.
That's fine.
I feel like Kathy got second, but it may end up being first if
Oh,
if he
Steve,
gets
yours was
disqualified.
pretty good too.
Chance.
So, cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about winter bourbons. Do drinking habits change? We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Richard Paul from Art of the Spirits. Welcome to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about winter bourbons.
Yes, we are. There are people that tell you that there's no change. I drink whatever I want, whenever I want. And I always think that's a lie. I think that if you're out on the deck for a barbecue, I just don't think you're drinking 128 proof bourbon. In the summertime, I just don't feel that way. But maybe I'm different, and we'll see what this group does. But in the winter, I like the high proof bourbon. Something like this maple barrel finish is a nice thing too, and not necessarily a summer one there. So I do think there's some changes in drinking habits. What about you guys?
What does that come in at, Steve? What is the proof on that?
On the Decadence, this one is 91 proof, only 91 proof. So not high. That's not high proof. No. But the maple is what, for me, puts it in winter. Because maple is a winter. Again, I guess you can have maple any time of the year, but to me, it has a winter tone to it. So, yeah. What about you guys? Where do you fall on?
God, Kiki.
One of you go.
Okay. I tend to get more into the ryes, the spicier whiskeys in the winter.
Yes. Yeah.
When you say, you don't picture yourself drinking 128 proof on the deck, but when you go to a place like the Barrel Shop and everything that you have is 128 proof, makes choosing a summer drinker kind of difficult. But I agree with you, the maple, not flavored.
Yeah.
But that finish, that's
the
good.
maple finish is good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or cigar rye that you guys had.
Yeah.
Those cigar blends are good. Just something like fuller and spicier.
A little bolder, spicier. Yeah.
Warmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like an Amberana finish too. Kind of get some cinnamon notes out of something.
If you're going to do Amberana, that'd be the time of the year to do it, I feel.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bold, spicy one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
McNew, how about you?
So during the summer, I really like cocktails. I think once it starts getting cold, I'm less cocktails because usually, they involve ice most of the time or they're chilled down. So I usually go 8 pours during the winter. And I agree with Evan, something that's finished, whether it's Amberana, I like a red wine finish. So the finished ones just feel cozy to me. I like those in the winter too.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, this time of the year, for those of us that enjoy eggnog, it's the eggnog time of the year. And I like eggnog, so I'm a fan. So it's a good time of the year to enjoy that. And that's definitely a winter thing. And I like it with bourbon. I mean, there's other ways to make it, rum, and there's other things you can do. But I'm a fan of eggnog being made with bourbon. And high-proof bourbon, by the way. So, yeah, you just got to get the right stuff. So the store-bought stuff, if it's in a bottle, I don't know. Maybe there's a good one out there, but I just haven't found it. So, yeah.
I don't know, Steve. You talk a big game, but I've never tried it.
What the eggnog that I make, I make several different styles. So yeah, the Bronner one, the one Bronner uses that was my recipe. That one I don't make that every year. So I need to work on one.
Yeah.
I do.
So if Demetrius were here, what do you think he would say he likes to drink in the winter?
Oh, I think he would be higher proof. Yeah. Demetrius is a fan. Yeah, he's like us. He buys bourbon. He has everything. He doesn't, there's certain distillers that are like, I only drink the stuff that I make, or, I don't want to talk about anybody else's stuff. He's just a fan like anybody else. He's out buying the stuff and trying different things. So, yeah.
I picture him sitting at a campfire next to a bear with the snow all around.
Arm around the bear. Yeah.
Yeah. Having some neat pours.
Yeah. Sharing some whiskey.
Yeah.
Some s'mores.
Some s'mores. He is
Hey,
definitely.
there's an event. S'mores and
S'mores
pours.
and pours.
S'mores and pours. Welcome to
That'd be
S'mores
such
and
a
pours.
fall event. I think we're past it, but
Yeah.
That's a good in between Halloween and Thanksgiving event.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah. Next year we're going to get in on that one. S'mores and pours. Lock it in. Yeah. That'll be good. All right. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we're going to start with you.
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters, I before the E.
Kathy.
You can find me on Instagram, KK Cast Strength.
Yeah. Was that spelling just for Darren at the shop? Because he spells it wrong every time.
Oh, yeah. I have to do it for me. He took note. He noticed it today. He noticed it today. He brought it up.
Okay. Well, that's good.
We'll see if he remembers.
We'll see if he remembers. All right. McNew, how about you?
I am also on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We put our previous shows, our blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We are in Arnold, Missouri, a St. Louis suburb. We'd love for you to come out and hang out with us, taste our whiskey, and see if there's something you're interested in picking up. So again, we're online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
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 Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.